We're creating a 3D card that you're gonna use for marketing or for a fun card that's really interactive. Here is all created off of Canva using an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Make this as large or small as you would like, but this little pop-out card is gonna be a great way for you to be able to market your business as well. So let me show you the ins and outs of it. So once we have this inside here, we're gonna create our header, something that's really eye-catching. Remember, we're using some contrast and alignment to be able to showcase to our audience, where do we want their eyes to look first? So that's why I have my header be nice and big. Then I have some small information. This time I just used it to be able to tell a joke. And then I want some call to action. So this is where I'm having a QR code that links to my Instagram page, but this could be your business card of some sort that shows a little bit more about you. You could put some pictures inside here. However you want to do, it's really easy to create, because once I save this as a PDF, then I cut this out, fold it up, and now I'm ready to go ahead and put it inside the door jams. I'm able to put this in somebody's office. I'm able to put it in lots of different ways to really make it interactive and something totally unique. So give it a shot and let's see how it goes. Okay, I'm gonna start off with my 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. I'm gonna go into my elements section and I'm going to find a graphic that I would like. I'm gonna choose a carrot, and I'm gonna show you this tool. Even though I might not love the look of this, I'm gonna find another graphic that I like, the color variations. And what I can do is I can click on the graphic that I would like it to mimic and go up onto the right hand side where it says copy art style. When I copy it, then I can click on the graphic that I would like it to mimic. Now that I have this, I'm gonna duplicate this because I'm going to spread this image in half. So I'm gonna click on my image and I have this duplicate button. I wanna align these perfectly lined up on top of each other. Now I'm gonna use the side bars to cut the carrot in half. All right, once I did that, you can see that now I have two sections. I'm gonna spread the carrot across the bar, and now I'm gonna put my message bar. And the left-hand side, I'm gonna choose my shape. I'm gonna find the shape and I'm going to align it into the middle, and I'm gonna try to kind of create this perfect rectangle. You can make it smaller or wider, however you'd like. Make sure that these two sections are lined up. There we go, okay. I need to go down a little bit more, and you notice that now that I did that, it's no longer perfectly lined up. So in order to do that, I'm gonna go to the corners feature and round my corners just a little bit. This orange is a little bit different than my carrot orange, so I'm gonna click on the shape that I wanna change the color for, choose the color picker and the little rainbow icon, and then this eyedropper. I'm gonna hover over the orange that I do want, and that will immediately change it for me. Once I fold this paper in half, when I fold it together, you won't see this part, but when I spread the carrot apart, you'll see the message. So now I get to write my message, and you can decide on what you'd like it to be. I'm gonna go ahead and just create another text box, and I'm just gonna say, Happy Easter. I'm gonna find a fun font. I'm gonna make this actually a little rounded. So remember this effect feature. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, you have this curve, and you can manipulate the curve however you'd like, because we all love a good dad joke. So we're gonna say, duplicate this text box, because I already have that same type of font that I'd like. Once I have another text box, this is where I'm gonna say my answer. Change the color of it, because this time I'm gonna make all of this section to be a white color. So I used the shift tool, and it looks like the white isn't as contrasted. It's not popping off the page, and I do kind of have this shadowy feature. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up to this effect, and I'm gonna choose the glow feature, and it did just kind of make this a little bit more pop. The same thing that I'm gonna do for this section. I'm gonna go over to the effects and choose glow, and that just kind of allows it to have a little bit more depth to it. This is going to be somewhere that I'm gonna place it that maybe I would like somebody to know who I am. If I was gonna drop this in as a marketing tool, I'm gonna go down to the QR tool, and I'm gonna paste in the URL of my choice. I can change the background color if I know the hex code. I can pull it from this image and pull it in there. Otherwise, it will just be like a black and white. And I'm gonna generate the code. There we go. All right, once I have that in there, I'm gonna do a call to action. So I'm gonna go back into my elements section, and I'm gonna search for something that says follow. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna move that up. I'm gonna change the colors in here to go ahead and match the type of green, and that tells our clients kind of who we are and manipulate this out however you'd like, whether that needs to be moved in. Remember your design principles to allow for some white space, allow for using that grid. As you notice that when I pulled this down, just ever so slightly, it's showing a dotted line saying that I am in the center, and it has these little grid margins, and that's what I'm looking for. That's telling me that it's looking visually appealing. Once this is how I would like it to be, I'm gonna go up to the top button and press share and press download. I'm gonna save this as a PDF, and I only need the page that I was currently working on. So I'm only using the page 2. I'll press download, and then I'm complete, and I'm ready to go print it on the printer.